Okay, so in order to prepare for today's harmonic dictation, we'll go through a few things that you might expect to hear. So first of all, the basic progression 1 4 5 1. Okay, so if we talk about the function, tonic, predominant, dominant, tonic. So the first thing I'd like you to focus on is that predominant area. So in addition to the 4-chord, there are a few other options. For example, we can use a 2 inverted. So in this case, that's a 2-6, first inversion of the diatonic 2-chord to 5-1. Okay. And another possibility is to use the chords borrowed from the parallel minor. So the first example will be a minor 4. Lower third here, A flat is borrowed from C minor. One more time. Major 1, minor 4, a borrowed chord. Major 5, back to 1. Okay. So if we can borrow 4 from the parallel minor, we can also borrow the 2-6 from the parallel minor. So it will become this way. So because of the A flat, this chord is now a diminished triad. So 2 diminished 6, 5, 1. One more time. 1, diminished 2, 6, 5, 1. Okay, so if we put some of them back to back, here are some examples. 1, regular 4, followed by minor 4, 5, 1. And here's an example of two chords back to back. 1, diatonic 2-6, minor 2-6, diminished 2-6, the borrowed chord, 5, 1. Or we can put, combine the things that we just heard. So for example, this one. 1, 4, moving the soprano to a D, making this a 2-6, then move to dominant, back to tonic. Okay, so one more time. 1, 4, minor 2-6 to 5, 1. Or we can expand that predominant area even more, such as this. 4, diatonic 2-6, followed by a borrowed chord 2-6, diminished 2-6, 5, 1. So these are all possibilities of the predominant area that you will focus on in today's listening. And in addition to the predominant area, another area that we'll focus on today is the dominant area. So in the basic example, 1 4 5 1, that's a 5 triad, right? So that triad can be changed a little bit. So first of all, by adding the F there, we now have a 5-7. Okay, so in order to tell if it's triad or 7th chord, you'll just listen to the overall quality. So this, a triad sounding chord. If it's a 7th with the F, you'll hear more of a dissonance there. And then you'll hear the tendency tone resolve down a step. So let me play those two examples back to back. That's the regular 5 triad. Okay, so hopefully you can hear the difference between a triad and a 7th chord there. Okay, and another way to expand the dominant area is to add a cadential 6/4, such as this. So instead of going to 5 directly, we went from 1, 4 here. Essentially a 1-6-4, but this is what we call the cadential 6-4, functioning as dominant, moving to the 5 chord, back to 1. So in labeling those chords, it will be Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 4, Roman numeral 5 with figures 6 and 4, slashes to 5-3, back to 1. Okay, and we can also include both of those things that we just talked about. The first one is the dominant 7, and the second one, the cadential 6-4, and it will sound like this. One more time. 1, 4. The dominant function, cadential 6-4. And in this case, all 3 notes in the upper voices step down. So what we will be writing, the way we'll be labeling these chords, Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 4, Roman numeral 5 with figures 8, 6, 4, A6-4. And A6-4 slashes, everything steps down to 7-5-3, and then resolving back to 1. So one more time. Cadential 6-4. Okay, so those two areas, the predominant area as well as the dominant area, those are the areas of focus today. So both things might happen at the same time. Here's an example. Okay, so in that example, I hope you heard 1, and in the predominant area, it's expanded a little bit. First, we heard the regular 4, followed by the borrowed minor 4. And instead of going to 5 directly, it goes to a cadential 6-4, then 5-3, back to 1 there. Okay, so the predominant and the dominant areas, those are the areas we'll be focusing on today.